Hound was gonna come back this week. I totally knew it, but oh no, Juice, you're freaking kicking yourself now, aren't you? Aren't you just kicking yourself because you didn't make a video? Oh no, you knew when last week freaking Cersei was all like, oh, I'm gonna do a trial by combat, and I have the mountain, so I'm not worried. Ha 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 ha. Light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, the Hound's coming back. But no, you didn't make a freaking video, Juice. Let this be a lesson to you kids. If you have an idea, write it down, or in this case, make a video about it.
But Juice, why would you think the Hound is coming back?
Because, Little Nugget, did any of us really think that the Hound was dead? We know Brienne of Tarth kicked his ass and Arya left him for dead, but that was it. We never saw him technically die, and in Game of Thrones, they make sure you know somebody is dead. There was no way somebody like the Hound was just gonna get a death where we just leave him to die. No, if he's gonna die, it's gonna be gruesome, cause that's Game of Thrones style. And another reason is that we know if anybody is going to kill the Mountain, it's going to be the Hound. Clegane Bowl! In all seriousness, this wasn't really a surprise, because if season 6 had a title, it would be titled That Season Where Everybody Came Back. Granted, the only one that has come back from the dead is Jon Snow, although that might be changing. In season 6 of Game of Thrones, we have got characters coming back from being gone for a season or seasons. We got Bran Stark. Fuck you, Bran. Hodor. You keep holding that door. Rickon Stark, the wildling that protected him, Jon Snow's uncle, the Hound, and it might not stop there, because rumor has it that we might be building to the introduction of Lady Stoneheart. For those of you who have read the books, you know all about her, but for those who don't, Lady Stoneheart is the zombie corpse of Lady Stark, aka the mother of the Stark children. Oh shit! And apparently she's a badass because she kills anybody that she thinks wronged the Stark family. That's a lot of people. The Starks will rise again. We have Jon Snow and Sansa building an army to take back Winterfell and save their brother from Ramsay. We got Bran becoming the new Three-Eye Raven. Arya is becoming the Daredevil assassin. And now Zombie Mama Stark. This family's gonna kick some ass. Speaking of that Daredevil to be, we saw Arya trying to book passage to Westeros, but not before she freaking got shanked by that little bitch that hates her. Honestly though, you would think that Arya would know they are gonna come after her. I mean, come on girl, use your training. Anyways, I think Arya will find her way back to Westeros, but before she does, she's gonna kill that little bitch. And when she does, I think she's gonna be like, my name is Arya Stark. Because a girl has a name. Also, for some reason, I think Arya and the Hound will meet up again. They had an interesting relationship when they were traveling together before, you know, she left him to die. I think that relationship will benefit from both of them having new perspectives on life. We now know the Hound has no reason to stay where he's at because all those douchebags killed his nice little pack of friends. After the Hound hunts down those douchebags and kills them for what they did, I'm pretty sure he's gonna find his way back to Westeros so he can finally kill his brother, the Mountain. And that is where I think the Hound and Arya may meet up again. Before I move on, the reason why I think the Hound is going to show up to fight the Mountain is because he has a new perspective on life. He was left for dead, some people found him, nursed him back to health, gave him food, and just treated him like a normal person opposed to some crazy murderer. Although he may have not believed in everything his new group of friends were saying because he knew what kind of world the world he lives in is, I think he's changed for the better, and he might show up in Westeros when this trial is going on. It's gonna be a trial by combat, since his little group of friends seemed kind of faithful, or whatever they did, they were just good people. The Hound might volunteer himself to fight against the Mountain in the name of the faith. If you're like me, you don't trust this Bernie Sanders lookalike and his faith because, you know, it just seems pretty fishy and I feel like he's got his own agenda going on. But that won't matter to the Hound because he just wants to kill his brother and I'm pretty sure he hates the damn Lannisters. Moving on, another thing that this season has brought us besides old characters is war, or the preparation for war. We got Jon Snow building his army with 62 fighting men from Lady Mormont's house. This little girl was badass and I hope we see more of her in the future. If you're curious about that letter that Sansa was writing, I'm pretty sure it's for Littlefinger or her cousin who Littlefinger controls. More than likely that letter has Sansa asking Littlefinger for his help with the army that they have to fight against Ramsay. Because right now Jon Snow wants to go fight this war with the amount of people he has and Sansa believes they will lose. So she's making a deal with the devil. Let's see if it pays off. In this episode we saw another war about to start between Jaime Lannister and the Blackfish. If you remember in past episodes, Sansa sent Lady Brienne to go talk to the Blackfish to get aid in the help against Ramsay. Things are about to get interesting because in the next episode we saw Lady Brienne talking to Jaime Lannister about getting the freaking Blackfish to surrender. Pretty sure that Brienne is going to lie to Jaime about trying to help him get the Blackfish to surrender because you know she needs the Blackfish to help Lady Stark. I just don't see how she's gonna get out of that battlefield alive if she betrays Jaime Lannister. Another thing in the next episode, I believe Jaime mentions House Tully and saying how he'll cut through all of them to get back home, so I wonder if the Tully army's coming to help the Blackfish. Lastly, we all know about that beautiful lady that has been building an army for 6 seasons. Khaleesi. Well, it seems like she's gonna be getting some new allies in the runaway Ironborn gang. I briefly talked about this in another video. Where the hell were they gonna run to? Were they going to run to make some kind of deal with the mother of dragons? Turns out, it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. And we know that the Ironborn King is building 1,000 ships, which is what Khaleesi needs to bring the Dothraki and the Unsullied to Westeros. Could Theon and his sister somehow convince Daenerys to kill their uncle and somehow take all his ships? Guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But you guys know I want to know what's going on in your brainsicles. Are you enjoying season 6 of Game of Thrones? Are they doing too much setup for future events? And do you think we'll see Lady Stoneheart in this season? Let me know in the comment sections down below. Guys and gals, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with all your direwolf buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, guys, I am your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Have I had my daily dose of juice? See you guys next time.